Damn, 4? It's 24 hours? Yes. I am working this weekend, which y'all thought. At any rate, this is going to be for Taurus and Libra, June 2021. Wasn't really paying attention when I was shuffling the cards because I had more audio, I guess, if you want to call it that. I did see the death card. So I'm believing that this is some kind of transformation for Taurus and Libra. This is one of them that ain't going to resonate with everybody. This is for couples that have recently reconciled or that have been kind of in that in and out phase where you weren't really sure if you were doing this, if it was a situationship or relationship, or as I saw earlier today, imaginationship. There you go. This is some new shit. Let's get the cards on the board. Yeah, it's an 8 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, your challenge, the 3 of Wands. I like the 3 of Wands. Well, it depends on what else is hanging around, but in the challenge, I like it because it kind of forces you. The energy here is kind of forcing you to okay, yeah, all right, yeah, it's a fucked up location. Okay, yeah. But there's buds on there, man. New growing shit. And so I know the message here, and they're screaming it in my damn ear. While it may be a bit scattered, have some foresight about this situation because it's a good one. I'll put it like that. It's a good one. That you both are ruled by Venus is always a good thing. I did see the 3 of Swords. I think I saw that in a little deck. So some of you, this is not really related to your relationship, Taurus. Let me just throw out here. I'm reading this from Taurus's perspective. However, what I'm saying may be in the exact reverse. So it may be you, Libra, you might be feeling this if you're cross-watching. Just apply the energy where it goes. But it feels like you, Taurus, are coming out of a situation. You're coming out of this 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords type shit, and now you're getting ready to get into an Ace of Swords situation with your Libra. This 5 and 3 over here doesn't have anything to do with Libra. It feels like you may be just smarting from another situation, maybe with another air sign or somebody that, oh, well, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Hold on. Some of you may be coming out of a situation. Yeah, see, I got the 9 of Pentacles looking backwards and shit. So you may be in the Mercury retrograde energy dealing with an ex that's desperately trying to get back, and probably because they feel this underlying energy that you got towards Libra. Now, it could be Libra that's coming out of this 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords shit here. But this whole first row, we're dealing with starting tomorrow, even though it's May 31st, we're just going to call it June 1st, part 1. Okay, that works. But at any rate, this first row up here, this is the energy, I'm going to just put it on Taurus. Taurus, this feels like energy that you're coming out of. The Ace of Cups, but it's for your sake in the reverse on the backside. You may have been in a situation and just things that were maybe what you were believing about the relationship was inaccurate. Maybe here we go with imaginationship. Maybe you were going one direction, the other person was going in another direction. And I understand this energy looks like it might be Libra, but I'm telling you the energy that I feel, this is you, Taurus, dealing with something from the past, and Libra just kind of wondering what the fuck is going on. 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Coming out of this energy, and as you're coming out of it, you really end up on this side where there's clarity, and you may be able to see that the situation you're in with Libra actually is the real deal and not the bullshit you was bullshitting with before. I'm just saying. Your overall energy on the front end, the 8 of Swords with the Knight of Wands on top. You may not yet be feeling the word is aggressive, but it's not aggressive. You Taurus may not feel like you are ready to charge right in just yet. While this side of the card indicates aggression, the feeling here is that Taurus is just kind of slow walking it in. It's action being taken, but you are dealing with things that you're trying to close the door on. Or maybe you did close the door on, but because when a fucking Mercury retrograde is being put back in your face. So you may be dealing with another air sign or someone that has a lot of air in their natal chart. This is outside of your Libra. And so when it comes to your relationship with your Libra, you were kind of just, I ain't running. Me and Horsey gonna trot first. We are not, nope, and you may have a fear of moving into this. You may have a real fear of moving into it because, like, fuck, why am I going to keep, and I hear many Tauruses saying this, why I keep putting myself in the way of love and keep ending up like shit. And so that's what's on the top end of your overall energy. But what's on the back end, and this is where you got to be careful, Taurus. Libra might, you fuck around because you all in your feelings, smelling your bully butt. Libra might think you're not interested. And I think this is, obviously, it's had to cross your mind more than once. But I think some of you know this is where the good shit is. It just is. It's a fucking ace of coins. Come on, man. That's us all day. You feel like this is the beginning, but you got to be careful with, am I showing interest or am I still dealing with, or has an ex presented him or herself in the middle of a Mercury retrograde and I'm trying to focus on my situation with Libra. Deal with the adjustment. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is telling me. Deal with the adjustment. You may want to just let your Libra know, look, I don't know what the hell, but a girlfriend came out of nowhere. And they're just blowing up my phone. Think about changing my phone number. What you think about that? You're going to have to get right in Libra's face because Libra is an air sign. So they're already going to be up in their heads. However, this is what you don't want to do. Don't get all mushy and emotional, Taurus. Keep the facts as the facts. And, you don't have to raise your voice because you're angry. You don't. Let some of that shit go. And just, if there's a message that you want to relay to Libra about what's going on with your past coming in the road to meet you, that part right there, don't get all hyper and loud and out of the way of that. Because I can feel that agitation. Don't move. If you're feeling this, got all this shit in the background going on. Let's deal with the turtle out here. Maybe you need to slow down some. For some of you, you may need to just slow down before you actually block the opportunity. That down there. You may, either by being too emotional or moving too fast with Libra, you may actually end up doing the very thing you don't want to do. Your challenge with the Wheel of Fortune on top of this Three of Wands is to recognize, if you don't do shit else, is to Taurus, recognize that this is the completion of a cycle. So even if you got all these exes and shit blowing your phone up and doing some other dumb shit, recognize that this is the end of a cycle. And so what's behind you should be behind you. If you are going to take the leap of faith, the little buds on there, one day that's going to be a glorious bush. I'm just saying, take the leap of faith with Libra. Recognize that this is a cycle completed. This is major energy. So there's no question of whether or not, or maybe if it could, and some other shit, this is a definitive, this is the end of a cycle. And as you end one, you certainly step into another. So understand that the things that you're letting go, walking away from, people you're telling no, that's the end, done, finished. For those of you that have been in the Libra in and out situation, Taurus, this is the end of that cycle also. So the universe is really asking you to focus on the future. Hence the little buds, you know, they got a long way to go before they come to big burning bush. There you go. Focus on the future and just know you're going to have to walk away from some things. And you may have to walk away from some ideas that you may have been believing about your Libra with that in and out energy. Maybe you never got a full picture of what was really going on with them. So that's your challenge for this month. Looking at the first week, again, Taurus, this is all you, even though it's swords and cups, this is all you. And so I can hear some of you getting into some really big discussions, maybe even arguments with an ex, because again, they're feeling this energy. You're diverting your energy away from your usual, and now you're trying to focus on Libra. And see, you know, the backside of this card is love. But see, you again are going to have to watch that you're not projecting this lack of interest, because your lack of interest might be with clown number one back here from the past. But Libra, if you don't tell them that, they're not gonna know it. They ain't got no ESP. Come on now. And everybody's intuition doesn't work the same. Everybody's not in touch with their intuition. So again, communication in the middle of a fucking Mercury retrograde is going to be key if you want to move forward with your Libra. This first week, I got 2 asses and 1 warrior. I don't know. The back end of her and the back end of her. It's going to come up. There may be some information, Taurus, that comes up about an ex, about infidelity, maybe more than one person, a whole bunch of shit. Your object is to recognize where you are and how you've moved past whatever the situation is. I feel like for most of you, whoever this is, they created so much chaos and confusion in your life, you don't want to be bothered with them. Hence the 2 asses that we got here, looking at everybody's backside. And so this is prudent. It says I wrote prudent on here. But this is prudent energy. And by prudent, I mean, if it wasn't working for you the first time, and we're not talking about Libra right here, don't forget that part. But if it wasn't working for you the first time, it's not going to work for you the second time. So continue to be prudent and minding your own business. Hence the backside. That is sitting on top of the 5 of Swords. Follow your intuition, because this other person may make you feel like there's something unresolved or something that needs to be, you know, they may come off with, we didn't have no closure. I can hear females saying it more than I can hear guys, but guys will say that. They had no closure, and I want some closure. Shut that shit down, Taurus. Shut it down. Once again, being prudent. And there's that damn bird up in the damn sky over here. So you're divinely protected. Let me just say that. But I wouldn't, if you don't feel like you need to go back on this, again, those of you that are trying to reconnect with a Libra, or you've been in an in and out, up and down type of situation with a Libra, and you're trying to put your focus on them, it would just be prudent to bypass that 5 of Swords, X-pass shit. Once again, you don't want your Libra feeling like you're not interested in them anymore. You may have a Libra coming back to you, once again, talking about reconnecting, and they want to, for whatever reason, they want to come back now and put down some roots with you, Taurus. So I'm just throwing that part out here. At the end of the week, there are going to be some delays. Now, the 3 of Swords is saying a couple different things. Some of y'all are dealing with exes, and you're dealing with the heartbreak of all of it, and, you know, shit getting brought up from 2 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, because this person has decided to reappear. Deal with it as best you can. But once again, and this is facing forward. This is the 7 of Wands. Keep moving. Keep moving. And to the people that you're dealing with, or the person that you're dealing with, this may seem like a big, bold-ass move. But you know what? They had their opportunity, and if they fucked it up, Well, c'est la vie. Now, the other side of that, for that particular combination of cards, is actually with you and Libra, Taurus, and now that all the big stuff is gone. The two of you may have caused some heartbreak to each other. I don't necessarily feel a sense of infidelity or cheating in that, but if you have been trying to connect and it's been that in and out and kind of phone calls over here, missing each other and whatever, it's not infidelity, but it's where focus has been. And so, there again, time to take some bold action and walk towards. If this is what you want, Taurus, walk towards your Libra. Don't just drop all the bullshit and just go. Understand there may be some delays because there's an adjustment. You gotta, trying to come back together with something or put something together as a whole this time, minus all the in and out shit. It's gonna take some time. Now, I'm not talking about 10 years worth of time. You know that's too long. But it's not gonna be an overnight kind of thing. So be patient and let things unfold as they will. Looking at the second week with the Ace of Swords on top of the Ace of Swords. Come on. Come on. You don't get no better than that. That's two aces. Surrender to this. If you're trying to get into this with Libra, fuck it. That turtle. Slow down, because the Taurus are going a mile a minute because we're trying to plan some shit out till next August and shit. Slow down. Know that this is a divine situation with timing. So whereas timing might not have been good 6 months ago, it has changed. I'm just saying. And let this be the beginning that you want it to be. Now, that you have this side and you don't have the clear vision side of this Ace of Swords is telling me you may need to get into emotional balance. Once again, coming off of this first week and you're dealing with exes and trying to make, put a final nail in the coffin, if you will, of a past relationship or situation, you're going to have to fly. You're going to have to get your emotions in balance. But here's the beginning. And that you got it on top of each other is no mistake. This can be a very good beginning. But you got to keep yourself grounded. You can't drag the past with you. Hello. And just know that you got the divine protection on this side. So this is already here. You're just dealing with this side of it. And once you deal with, okay, my emotions are in balance, I'm grounded, I know I'm making a good decision, if that's how that's resonating with you, and I'm going to try and be bold and audacious and move forward with my Libra, you'll get this in no time. Just saying. The Queen of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles on top. Once again, in order to secure the security in this relationship, let me say it again. In order to secure the security in this relationship, you're going to have to move. Why do I have this big 90-pound ass pentacle on my ass? Slow. There's an adjustment period. There may be a point in the next couple of weeks where you want to just zoom through it. You're going to mess up the balance here. That's what you're going to do. Patience. Period. All the rest of that don't even matter. Patience. You're going to have to be patient. And if Libra's coming back to you, Taurus, you see you up there, right? Okay. If Libra is coming back to you, then obviously there's something they like about you. Now, Libra is not the one that's going to come back on some bullshit because they're trying to get some money or they're trying to run some game. Now, that's not to say there aren't Libras out there like that. But when it comes to making the level of commitment that I feel here, that's not Libra style. They'll keep dilly-dallying around on some bullshit. So take this slow and have some patience. Know that you're on solid ground as long as you stay balanced. At the end of the week, there you go, that balance. 6 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles on top. What's they're telling you, 6 and 2. May be a karmic situation. 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and see, all them 6 and 2s mean the same thing to me, no matter what the suited card, it doesn't matter, 6 or 2. There's some karmic shit that may be here, and if you mess up the balance, that's what I'm getting here. If you mess up the balance, you see your Libra right there. If you mess up the balance, you're going to kind of fuck this up permanently. I hate to say that shit. All that just is like a door slammer. I would focus on work. That's what I would do. If you really want this Libra, I would be doing any and everything but focusing on Libra. And I'm saying this for a reason. I don't mean ignore them. I don't mean this. I don't mean don't show any interest. What I mean is the emotional things that we like to get into at the beginning of relationships, I would probably bypass with this relationship. It's a tedious thing. Libra is funny until they get into whatever it is they're trying to do. So now, if this Libra is coming back to you, this is something they're interested in you. Let's just put that out there. And they're interested in something more than a booty call or one night stand. Do not get all goony goo-goo. Oh, I'm so in love and it's so wonderful. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now, I'm not saying not to feel that, but don't overwhelm your Libra. Because Libra is a thinker. So you got to understand, when you're mixing earth and air, there's a very delicate balance. Shit, I said it again. That has to be kept between the two, especially at the beginning. Now, when you get into the thick of this, and you know, y'all are moving in the same direction, some of you may be, and this is real talk, I'm not making it up, some of you may be talking about getting married somewhere in the future, moving in together, whatever. Then you want to pull out the waterworks. Oh, I love you so much. This is so wonderful. Awesome. Then go ahead. You're not there yet, though. You're not there yet. So don't, once again, you see Libra right there. And this is Pentacles, okay? Come on now. Don't mess up that balance. And let me show you what I'm looking at. Those up in the air and these Pentacles going around him as if they were being juggled. Just saying. Don't be trying to pick up too many balls and get them up in the air at the same time. It's going to backfire on you. So, once again, that turtle, go slow. You know how you feel, Taurus. And if, like I said, if Libra's coming back towards you, this is not, they don't come back, or they don't start acting like they want something long term and they don't. So, be open, be receptive, stay grounded, and best of all, stay balanced. Oh yeah, there's your 6 of Cups. Y'all been waiting on it. There it is, the Sun card. 3 of Pentacles talking about long-term rewards. Come on. It's there. It's there. But this long-term rewards also is underneath this 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. And see, little artwork right there. That's the stained glass window. But you see the balance in that? Come on. Just saying. I know y'all tired of me talking. Let me get the cards on the table. Oh, there's the 3 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles on the Sun, 4 of Cups on the Knight of Pentacles. Got the Knight of Pentacles once again. We got the Hierophant on top of the 6 of Cups. Come on. And the Ace of Pentacles on top of the 3 of Pentacles. And then a damn new beginning in this thing just ain't gonna be one. 3rd week in June. Oh, the King of Swords on top of the 3 of Cups. So, the feeling here, let me just make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Y'all are in the same space. You want to give up the same thing. You want to gain the same thing. You're looking for long term. So, the two of you are going to come to the same conclusion. King of Swords down here. Gemini. Dual personality. You're going to come to the same conclusion. And in this reading, it's coming together. But it's going to be like dealing with a new baby. That's the best way I can put the energy to you. And this is the King of Swords. So, you know, you're not going to very well chop the baby's head off. Trying to make it do right. You're not going to do that. You're going to be loving, kind, benevolent, and you're just going to hold on to your sword till some jerk comes up and tries to say something bad to the baby. That's the way you need to treat this relationship. You're going to have to love each other enough and then fight off whatever else needs fighting off. There's the light of day right there. There's the offer. You see, you're both coming to it at the same time. So that's a good omen. Actually, that's a very good omen that you both are thinking. And again, that's about Venus ruling both Libra and Taurus, that you come to the same conclusion. Now, even though you deal with things from a different perspective, that you both want to be together, that's half the battle right there. With the Eight of Pentacles on top of the Knight of Swords, once again, the Knight of... I'm thinking the Knight of Pentacles. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. The Knight of Swords underneath the Eight of Pentacles. The caution. Once again, is to keep boundaries intact. That Knight of Swords underneath. And not to get too far left of center. It is also a caution of where your attention is focused. And I'm going to come right back up here to the Two of Pentacles. From the 8 to the 2. And keeping things in perspective and in balance. There's going to come a point where you're probably going to have to speak your truth, Taurus, to Libra, about how you feel. Once again, coming back to this Knight of Cups up here. So the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, sitting underneath the Knight of Pentacles. You may have to say it more than once, but regardless of what you say, know that Libra is watching your actions as well. So there's your caution. Don't let it be an issue if this is the direction. And I feel for most of you, if this is the way you want to go towards, we're not even talking about Libra now, if this is the person that you want to be with, a lot of this is not going to be an issue for you. So when it comes up, you're going to blow it off anyway because it's not an issue. At the end of that third week, the Sun with the Six of Pentacles, as you get closer to the end of Mercury retrograde, both of you are going to have a sense of eagerness to get on with the get on. And what will probably start happening is that, oh, why don't you come with me to my mom's house so we can have lunch? What? Right. Yeah, as you get closer to the end of Mercury retrograde, this is where the two of you are going to want to just kind of go. And there's a sense of eagerness. Let me put that out there. That's what this is about. It's a sense of eagerness coming out of that cool, detached mode. And now it's like, you know what? Yeah, we are doing this. And yeah, I'm coming for lunch with your mama. Yeah, I'll be there at 2 o'clock. Sure enough. That part. Any struggle at this point will be simply because you're not going with the flow. But again, it is a Sun card. So the bigger energy there is that by the time you get to the end of the month, closer to the end of the month, y'all are going to be flaunting it out there. That's a good thing. That shows a level of trust and commitment between the two of you, reaching that same conclusion about the cup. I love you, you love me. Now you're ready to put it on front speed. Let everybody know. We get to the end of June, Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Cups on top. Many of you may be, again, as you end up Mercury retrograde, you know, the last little parade of exes is going to come through. You know, whether they're from the beginning of this Mercury retrograde or the group that just didn't make it in the first group, they all going to parade through. And it will probably sit you on your ass and have you go, what have I done? That's okay. Again, the energy here is about your inner strength and sticking to what you want, Taurus. I have a feeling if it's an X for you, Taurus, there's a reason it's an X. So sticking to your guns is the energy that's here with this Knight of Pentacles. And then that it's Pentacles and that it's the Knight of Pentacles, and that this is the poor little horse that is saddled with this big ass coin on his behind. I have a feeling that any exes in the background here trying to make any little noise, this is stubborn. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't changing my mind. You fucked over me the first time. Me and Libra are quite happy. Have a nice day. Thank you. Just like that. That's what this feels like right here. Even though, like I said, this energy, Taurus, may sit you on your ass, it's the inner strength. It's the inner strength that you'll need to rely on to just look at your past, basically, and go, fuck you, goodbye. Get up off your duff and get going. The Hierophant with the Six of Cups. What else do I have to, what else? What else can I say about this shit? What else? That is the back end of the Hierophant. Indicates to me that this is the end of the Mercury retrograde. Making sure that you are walking out of this retrograde period. Hands clean. Exes behind you. Now it's time to get down with the get down. Which brings us right here. Hey, walking arm in arm down the street. Financial abundance between the two of you. I feel spiritual abundance between the two of you. And just a general sense of security and overall good stuff. Again, Venus being the ruler of both of these signs is heavily indicated here, and why a lot of things are coming together. I don't know where Venus is in the sky. I couldn't tell you. But that it's on top of the Three of Pentacles. Now we're talking about long-term rewards. This is akin to the Hierophant. Oh, shit. Might as well just be down the hall from each other. But this is just asking. This is inner purity. This is just asking to make sure. There's that baby again. Come on now. Some of y'all might be pregnant, but I'm not going to say that out loud. Making sure you got the baby. We ain't trying to chop the baby's head off with the sword, but anybody coming, making sure ain't nobody coming to get the baby. Y'all hear me? Making sure you're clear. This is what you want to do. Some of you may decide you want to go backwards. You may decide you want to go back to an ex, and then half of this reading will go away. Some of you may actually decide that. You're not sure for whatever reason with the Libra. That fell out first. You are right where you need to be. You might not be 100% sure with your Libra that, you know, especially if you're coming out of an in and out type of thing. Talk to you in 6 months, ain't heard from you in a year, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I can trust you not to disappear, blah, blah, blah. Some of you may not be able to, wherever you are on your path, you may not be able to deal with that challenge right now. And you may decide to go back with one of your exes or the ex or whatever. So that being said, if you decide to do that, that is clearly your choice. And if you don't feel like you can deal with whatever Libra's coming with, some of you may not be ready for a heavy-duty commitment. It's the same ending. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it at all. But I think the universe is telling you you're right where you need to be, whatever decision you make. Give me 2 more for Taurus, please. I said 2, not 3, but I guess I got to throw it down now. I don't know. Didn't I say this already? Keep the lines of communication open. Either way, exes or Libra, if you cannot come with the inner purity of a baby into the Libra, just walk away. Don't get messy. Just walk away. And there's nothing wrong with not being ready for something. There's nothing wrong for seeking closure from your past. If that's what you feel like you need to do, then just walk away. Conversely, if you don't feel like dealing with your past and you want to pursue this with Libra, just walk away from the past. Either way, it's your path. You got to do what you feel is right. Try something new with someone. So if you've been in some kind of situation with your Libra, y'all kind of fall into the same rut. Oh, come over, eat dinner, watch a movie, and end up in the bed. And that's all y'all been doing. Try something new. Try something new. Oh, yeah, what? Look at there. They're waiting on you, Taurus. Gotta show some interest. Because I feel this side more than, but this is the side that came up. So the message is clearly, you cannot be acting like you don't give a damn. That's not the same as not putting all your emotions in it, Taurus. You gotta show interest, but you ain't got to be emotional about it. But they're waiting on you. Whatever the hell, they're waiting on you. Go hang with your friends. Now, that's what I told you. Get your mind off of this. If this is what you want to do, you want to get back with Libra, you need to keep the emotion out of it. Go hang out with your friends. Libras are pretty cool with the Friday is girls' night, Thursday is guys' night, and everybody goes bowling. Libra is pretty good with that. They appreciate the ability to have that space. So if you're trying to get in it with Libra, go hang with your friends. Take your attention off of this so you can get all of that aggressive emotion and retrograde and eclipses and full moons and new moons and shit out of your system and get clear-headed. Sometimes going and having a night out with your friends will get you clear-headed the next day. Y'all hear me? Maybe one more chance. You and Libra, especially if it's been one of these in and out situations, then this is the first question you should be asking. Maybe one more chance. Do you want to do this full time, the right way this time? Maybe one more chance. Taurus and Libra, I love you. I hope you guys have a good month. Hope if you're here in America, you have a good holiday tomorrow. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.